He was also threatened that if he didn't comply, they would shift back to the present scene, and we see Lily and Paul talking. While talking, Paul realized that Lily was desperate to run away, or maybe something had begun between them, and suddenly, someone knocked on the door loudly. It was the person who had come to take Lily without looking at her table for a while. Both got scared. Paul went to the bathroom and swallowed his note, while Dee fearfully opened the bathroom door, and Handy began to torture her, explaining why she was in the bathroom for so long, which made Lily furious and left her alone. Lily was in the bathroom with someone she was talking to. To find out, he checked the bathroom meticulously and found Paul, who had been tortured intensely. However, they couldn't determine if Paul was hiding any secrets. Now the scene shifts, and we meet a new character in the movie, George. He received a message from Lalika, urging him to invest money in gambling. He was already very interested in gaming and was very sharp-minded. He played his first game with Lily and surprisingly won, earning a lot of money. The next day he boasted to his college friends about his winnings through gaming, deciding to invest more in the afternoon. He even ordered a gift for his girlfriend with his winnings. But that afternoon he had terrible luck in the game with the lady, losing everything, including what he had set aside for his girlfriend. Distraught, he called for support, and his friends encouraged him, saying, "Don't worry, you'll get another chance to win with renewed determination." George decided he would play one more game. The next day at college with his girlfriend, he began his game with a low-charged mobile. Luck favored him this time, which turned out to be part of Lily's plan to involve him in gambling. He won again, earning millions. Elated, he continued playing, but soon after purchasing an expensive lottery ticket suggested by Lily, he lost everything, including all his bank savings. But his gambling addiction only grew. He began to sell his expensive shoes, car, clothes, and even borrowed heavily from his friends, losing all in gambling. Soon he was in severe debt. The gambling associates attacked his home, taking all valuables, but this wasn't enough to curb his gambling addiction. To recover their money, they took him to the hospital and drained his blood for sale. In critical condition, George's parents sold their property to save him, paying off his debt. Though he recovered, he soon fell back into gambling. His girlfriend cared for him, but George lost heavily, ending with no money to buy a gift he had ordered for her. Furious, he demanded his girlfriend's wealth, including her jewelry, but that wasn't enough. So he blackmailed his mother into giving him her credit card details and passwords to her locker. George was now entirely engulfed in gambling, having lost everything, realizing too late it was all a scam designed to lure people into gambling addiction, ultimately stripping them of everything. By the time George understood, it was too late. His house, family, wealth, and everything were gone. His girlfriend realized his mental condition and chased him down, pleading, "We'll fix everything together," but before she could convince him, George jumped from his apartment, ending his life. In the final scenes, we see a person who had grown wealthy through the same gambling business celebrating, fully aware of the suffering his fortune had brought to countless lives. Today, Millie was ecstatic, having reached 5 million customers with Paul's help. On the day they were talking in the bathroom, Paul had promised he'd ensure her 5 million customers through programming, enabling her escape. Now she asked Ben for her passport, but he informed her she'd have to reach 10 million customers to leave. Heartbroken, she couldn't refuse, knowing the consequences. Ben, pleased with the automated systems Paul set up, no longer needed other workers for gambling. Before leaving, Paul secretly handed a note to a boy, signaling the police. When police learned the plan, they attempted to save everyone. However, Handy intercepted the note, reporting it to Ben, who angrily tortured Lily and Paul. Determined to save the others, they confessed, though Paul was deeply hurt by the betrayal. Ben decided to transfer everyone to another location. While on the bus, Lily escaped, reaching the police station and filing a report against Ben and Handy. Unfortunately, the police were also corrupt, and Handy arrived shortly to take her away. Handy severely tortured her and threw her into the water in a sack. She was saved by Secret, who confessed his love for her, explaining that he'd orchestrated the entire plan to bring her back. She thanked him and fled to the airport, where she told her security friend everything. With police now aware of the scam, they devised a plan to arrest Ben and his associates. Police eventually discovered that Ben's own colleague betrayed him. When Ben tried to shoot the officer, police responded, ending his life. The operation successfully dismantled the gambling ring, reducing gambling's grip on society. 1 year later, we see Paul, having lost a leg, now raising awareness about the dangers of gambling, with Lily beside him, still traumatized by her experiences. The story concludes with a lesson: gambling endangers not only money but